record. And let's welcome everyone. Awesome. Okay, guys, welcome everyone. This is a huge and exciting call with none other, Joel Freeman himself, talking all about 10 rounds. I don't know about you guys, but I'm already addicted. Like addicted. I think this is going to be my soulmate program, honestly. So I'm really excited for that. Let's welcome our teams tonight. We have Ruth Schroner's team, Megan Eggleston's team, Ali Navarro's team, and Jatana Jackson's team. You guys are all here. You guys are all rocking. Before we turn it over to Joel, is there anything that you guys wanted to say? Ruth, Megan, Ali, or Jatana? If so, you guys can take yourself off mute. We good?
Hey guys, welcome everybody to this team call. I think, there's so much crazy happening in the world right now. And I don't know how well you guys know Joel, but I think he encompasses what the heart and soul and body of Beachbody is. If you've ever met him, you know what a kind and loving individual he is. And he brings that compassion and power and love to all of his programs. So if there is anybody, any trainer in the network right now to be leading people through a program and to do what we get to do, which is not lose weight, y'all. It's not about just the weight loss. Yes, that is a side effect, but really the body, mind, and soul transformation that can happen in these challenge groups with these programs that our trainers spend so much time and effort putting together for us is absolutely incredible, absolutely life-changing. And what a privilege and honor it is that Joel is here talking to us and that he's going to be taking us through this. I truly believe, y'all, when you go all in, lives change. And so I'm happy that you're here tonight, Joel. And I hope you guys are taking this seriously and extending this life-changing opportunity and program to other people, because that's truly what it's going to be.
I think we're done. I mean, I think Ruth just said everything we need to say. So good call, everybody. Well done. Good job.
I love it. I love it. Okay, Joel, so why don't we get right into it? Tell us why 10 rounds? Like, tell us all about it, the workout structure, why you came up with it. Give us all the deets.
Sure. Sydney, good to see you. Last time you had someone else use your username for this and it really bummed me out. So hi everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy second launch day. Hopefully you guys had a great day yesterday with launch. And it's going to be a great week with launch and just the next couple of weeks, obviously leading into April 6th with where I'm guessing most of your challenge groups, that's when most of your challenge groups are going to be started. So what's up to Ruth? What's up to Jatana? What's up to Mel? What's up to everybody on here? So look, on terms of 10 rounds and going over it, number one, I don't want to go into the high level of the top sheet because you guys should have already looked at that by now and should have a pretty good understanding. And some of you just did day 2 today, right? So you've actually already started the program or you've done the sample workout. So you should have a pretty good idea of what it is. 6-week program, 5 days a week, 3 days of boxing, conditioning, agility, 2 days of strength training. The program itself though, let's talk about the why first, and then we'll get into some other stuff. So the why on this program, about a year ago, Carl called me up and we started talking about what, a next program would look like for me. There's things that I always have in mind. There's things that he always has in mind. And what we were talking about in this was the fact of, I'm a big proponent of only doing things that make sense to me. So sorry guys, you'll never see me do a dance program unless they say you can be drunk on set the entire time. They're not gonna do it, so no problem. But that's about it. So but for my 2 things, what I do on a weekly basis, my 2 workouts that I do, boxing and weightlifting. Those are the things I do. Those are the things I've been doing for years. Those are the things I love to do. I always look forward to it. So when we were talking about boxing, he was like, look, man, you know what's happening in the industry right now with the world of boxing. It's having this big surge lately in popularity, and not just from the MMA world of UFC, but boxing matches and bouts and things like that become more popular. But then boxing boutiques, gyms have really exploded over the past couple years, and you're seeing it in a lot of metropolitan areas. You're seeing it all over the place. And there's two reasons why these have become so popular. Number one, they're fun. They're creating this really cool experience of like with the music and the lights. It's like a nightclub with boxing bags in it, and people are coming into it and they're having a lot of fun. And you know, places like Rumble and Gloveworks here in LA, they're charging like $75 a class, a drop-in class for a 45-minute class, and people are just not even blinking and they're dropping the coin. So, but it's because people are having fun. And the second reason, probably the most important reason, is people are getting results. They're loving how they feel when they walk out of it, and they're loving what it does to their bodies, because it is torching calories, it is burning fat, and it is building muscle. And that's pretty much a winning formula in any sense of what we're trying to do. So Carl was like, hey, let's do that. Let's make that, but for the home world. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me see about this. Let me see. He's like, do you think you can do it? I'm like, yeah, I think I can do it, but let me get to work on this. And so it took me 6 months. It took me about 6 months to really get this sucker dialed in. And the reason it took so long is because I really wanted to make sure that I stayed true to my world of boxing, which is the authentic world, which is where you go in, you learn, you're hitting mitts, you're hitting bags, you're working with a trainer. I've worked with, you know, my boxing trainer right now. She's a champion boxer from Ireland, and it's the mitt work. It's all these different things, and I wanted to stick with that authentic feel, and I wanted to teach people that, but then also bring this fun element that the boutiques are doing as well. So that's what took so long to get together. You know, we were even scheduled for, I think, a January launch, and we pushed it out to the spring because it needed a little bit more time to really make sure that this was going to be something that was going to be all of those things. Was going to be fun, was going to be authentic, and of course was going to work. So ta-da, here you go, there's 10 rounds. So that's the why, and that's how it came about.
I love it. Okay, so tell us more. If anyone has started it so far, we kind of know the workout structure a little bit, but explain a little bit more the workout structure. Explain how you always stay in one stance. I think that's really cool. Kind of talk about the work.
Yeah, look, there's so many differences in this program than anything else, which is kind of the point, isn't it? Like when we create a new program, like it's not supposed to be like anything else, because if it was like something else, then it's just a part two. So, you know, like we wanted to make it completely different. So yeah, it has a lot of things that you've never seen before or experienced, or that, you know, which is leading to a lot of questions, you know. But, and what I always tell, and we're going to go over that, but what I always tell coaches, you know, we did this with Live 4, we did this with Quarter Force. I'm sure I'm going to do, if I do another program, I'm going to have the same thing. You guys are always comparing it to what you've done in the past, different programs, and you know, you're coming out of all these things. So you have a lot of comparables to it versus, you know, who do you think you're talking to? You're talking to your new people who have never done a program before, maybe, or have never boxed before and things like that. So they're not asking, you know, like, well, how is this the same as Quarter Force or Live 4 or things like that? They're just like, what's it going to do for me? So that's why I always try to help remind people when it comes to playing the comparison game, is to be careful with that, because it's very easy to go down that rabbit hole. What was so unique about this program, besides the fact that it is unlike anything you've ever done before in the world of boxing. Now, look, a punch is a punch, a squat is a squat. So, of course, there's similarities like that. But when it comes to how you're going to build on combinations and how I built out the entire program, it's all based on progression. So what you guys learned on day one, now we're going to start building on that. Every single time you do a boxing workout in the program, 3 days a week, you're going to be building on progressions. It doesn't mean it's going to become more complicated. We just add to it. And as you guys have seen, it is all about repetition. Repetition is what's going to makes this program work so well, and it's going to make you help you memorize all these combinations and what a 1 and 2 is. So right now, if you guys did day one yesterday, you have no question in your mind anymore what a 1 is and what a 2 is, right? Like, you know, a 1 is the front, is a lead punch, and a 2 is a rear punch. Got it. Move on, and now you're going to learn what a 3 and 4 is, and we're going to rep out the hell out of it. And then we're going to do a 5 and 6, and then we're going to build on that, and we're going to keep working on footwork as we go too. So you get to do 3 days of boxing with the conditioning and the agility worked into that. That also progresses as we go throughout the weeks. Core every single time, and then the weightlifting is divided into the upper body and lower body. And as you guys, if you did day 2 today, you discovered that it's a whole new world of weightlifting in 10 rounds. I had a lot of fun putting some endurance training together. In the world of, you know, but all the things, all the comparables, how come we don't switch sides? It's not necessary to switch sides as long as your stance is balanced between both feet and you're rotating the way you should, which is why we have why I did the boxing basics video, why I talk about the stance all the time. And I can guarantee you that most people skipped that video because y'all tagging me in your stories. I see your stance. So all of you guys that skipped it, you know who you are. So, it's very important to go through though and make sure that you are doing that correctly. But that's why we do it. Authentic boxing training, number system, staying in your dominant stance. It's not going to create any imbalances, guys. If it did, we wouldn't do it. So, you got to remember when you ask questions of like, well, isn't this going to make me imbalanced? Like, do you really think we put out a program that made you imbalanced? Never seen an imbalanced boxer with one leg bigger than the other. I don't think I have. So there's definitely that. What are the other differences? There's no cool down in the program. We decided to nix that for a couple of reasons. One, we can look at the stats and we know when people push stop at the end of a workout on BOD, and people traditionally just push stop when the workout's over, and so we know that people like to cool down on their own. They like to stretch on their own time. And also in doing that, this also kept the run time under 40 minutes, which is really, from a marketing perspective, when people are going through BOD and looking at these workouts, if it's under 40 minutes, then we know they're more apt to push play. So, it's all these different things, all these thoughts go into it. We didn't just, forget it. It was, conscious decisions made on that one. And, but I do a throw after every single workout to cool down, to recover. And, and people are asking me which ones to do. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, whatever you will do. It's the same thing about, nutrition program, whatever you will do and stick with consistently, then I suggest doing that.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm reading some of these comments too. And the leg day was something else today. Like I couldn't even walk up my stairs after it hurts. So,
and that's the easiest one of the whole program.
I'm in trouble. Okay. Yeah. So your 10 rounds tour was so fun to follow on social media. Talk to us about that. What was the experience like going from city to city?
It was a whole new experience. It was a whole new world, to quote Aladdin. It was a lot of fun. We had a great job on that one. If Disney people got that. Not the new Aladdin, the original Aladdin with Robin Williams, the good one. Look, this was cool. This was also this program, everything about it. This is a program and a launch of firsts. And the program itself is a first from the boxing standpoint and everything else I've already told you. And then it was also this first of the way we were going to film it, where we wanted to film it, and how we were going to film it. And originally we were going to just film it here in LA. We were going to use the sound stages that we use for everything else, and we were going to use the big one. They just finished up 6 weeks of the work and 4 weeks of the prep on the big one, and we were just going to, we just built a set, and we were going to build something a little bit different though. It was going to be 2 sets. It was going to be one on a boxing ring on one side, and then a weightlifting one on the other side. And so it was still going to be different. Like it was still going to be something new and different, and like filming in 2 different spots. And then I had suggested something about like filming in different studios around LA, like boxing studios, like my boxing studio and an older one called Wildcard Fitness that has Freddie Roach, like where Manny Pacquiao fights and trains and all. Like there's just some really cool places around LA. And then out of that, in a meeting came, if you guys know Carl Deichler, El Jefe, he gets excited about things and he got amped up about that. He's like, or let's go around the country and film it. And I was like, okay. And then he's like, and let's get you a bus with your face on it. And I was like, okay. I mean, your checkbook, buddy, whatever you want to do, I'm down. So we only had 6 weeks to film the entire program. So it started out originally, the original thought was to do 10 cities, 10 rounds, 10 cities. And in 6 weeks, where it was like, there's no way that's going to happen. So 6 weeks made sense for a new week of content in every single city. And so you can see it that way as we progress. But it was really fun. And I think what was so cool is that level of, we had a level of energy, when we first started. So you guys are in week 1 right now. Some of you are watching week 1 and you see it, and it's very cool. It's very chill. We're having a great time. We're having a lot of fun in the workouts. But from that point on, you're going to start to see this energy level keep increasing because the venue changes, the workouts progress. It gets real every single time. And like after every single workout, we were like, man, that was the best workout we've ever filmed. And then we would film the next one. We're like, oh man, that was the best workout we've ever filmed. And it just kept exponentially growing until we hit the final workout in Philly. And you guys will see it. It's absolutely amazing. It's the most incredible experience I've ever had filming a program. This entire journey was, and the point of it was a couple of reasons. One, to really showcase the fact that you can do this program anywhere. We did it everywhere. We did it 55 floors up in Las Vegas overlooking the Strip. You'll see that in week 2. We did it in some old stockyards in Texas in week 3. We did it in a parking garage in Miami on week 4. We headed up to New York and Brooklyn, and we were in Gleason's gym, one of the oldest boxing gyms in the country, for week 5. That was an incredible energy there. And then week 6 we finished we go to Philly, and then we do week 6 start of it in the Mike's. It's called Mike's Gym. It's where they film some of the Creed workout movie, and then we finish on the steps. So, and then at the end I just crawled. I bawled like a baby. You'll see it too, because it was just a huge emotional release. And so you guys are going to get to go on a really cool and fun emotional journey with this program. You're going to see the heart and soul poured into it from me and for the rest of the team. You're going to see what all the behind the scenes stuff. Vegas, or LA and Vegas behind the scenes is already out. I just got Dallas in my email. I haven't watched it yet today, but we'll be posting that this week. So watch it, because we were on the road for 5 weeks straight. We didn't even come home. We were on the road for 5 weeks straight getting this sucker done. And you guys are going to get a visual experience every single week. And I think that's what's going to get people even more excited about this, and more excited to continue the program. Like week 1, we always see great starts on BOD. And then, it starts to curtail a little bit and starts to level out, and then it goes downward. So we want, so I think we're going to be able to really keep people going all through the 6 weeks with this program because of everything that you see.
Yeah, it's like we're taking the ride with you.
Yeah.
All the cities, which I love. Okay, so you touched a little bit on nutrition, but tell us a little bit more. What's the importance with nutrition on this? What do you recommend with supplements and everything with that as well?
Well, you guys are all coaches, so you know the importance of it. There's no mystery anymore. There's no mystery to anyone, of how important nutrition is. What is really cool where we're at right now with nutrition and Beachbody is the fact that we, for the first time ever, we now have 2 established nutritional platforms to use. This has never happened before. We've always had, back in the day in DVD days, even when we did Core de Force, there was always this thought where we had to put something unique in terms of nutrition to the program itself. So every program came with its own nutrition plan, and it would change a little bit. So, over the past couple of years, if you guys have been a coach for a few years now, you've seen how that's slowly dying out. And it comes with a guide to nutrition in the program, but it's more of just about how to work in these nutritional platforms that we have now: Ultimate Portion Fix, 2B Mindset. And that's what's so cool, because what's so cool about that is the fact that it has established consistency, nutritional consistency, where you don't have to change your nutrition plan every time you go to a new program. So if you're coming out of bar, if you're coming out of Morning Meltdown or the work or whatever it may be, you don't have to change your nutrition. All you do is, if it's coming from a lower intensity to a higher intensity program like 10 rounds is, you just change your calorie bracket. You might have to up your calories a little bit more. You change your bracket based on your level of intensity of a workout, right? Ultimate Portion Fix has that. Or if you're following 21-day fixed meal plans, Ultimate Portion Fix. So, basically, so that is just a great thing that we have now, is we can establish nutritional consistency while we're bringing out new fitness programs. So that's what's really a great selling point in these things, because now, get one, stick with it, and then you can change whatever else you want in the fitness program, but your nutrition is going to stay the same. And I think that's going to really help people with that. From the supplementation standpoint, obviously we know Shakeology makes up part of your daily nutrition. We know that. From a Beachbody performance perspective, my 2 go-tos that I didn't live for, 10 rounds is the same thing, because it's 2 things that I live by, and it's Recover and Recharge. Those are my 2 go-tos. I have them every single day. Even if I don't work out, I still have them, because I like Recover. I like Team Orange. I like how it tastes. And Recharge that's just an amazing shot of protein every day. And, I'm all about the protein, because that's what fuels your muscles. So those are my 2 go-tos. And obviously Energize, there's a lot of people I know that are stuck on Energize. I work out fairly soon after I've had my coffee, so I'm awake. Now, if I have to do an afternoon workout, then you best believe 2 scoops of Energize are going down for sure.
Great. Okay, so I have results to share, so I thought it'd be fun if I shared my screen and show the results, but tell us why I do that, about the results that you got from the test group.
Sure. So let's talk about this. This is the coolest part of this whole thing. And the one thing that people are always going to ask you is, what's this program going to do for me? That is the number one thing every single time. And this should be your answer, not words, this. Use these visuals, because you guys, this is ridiculous. This is not a asterisk of so-and-so did 2 rounds in 12 weeks. This is legit 6 weeks using either Ultimate Portion Fix or 2B Mindset. They got to choose, and that was what they did. So this is ridiculously incredible. These people changed so much in just 6 weeks, and I think it's a testament to the program and the programming and how it all came together. And I knew it was going to work, but when we got the results, I'm like, damn, that's awesome. I'll take it. But this to me, this slide right here is your most powerful tool to have out of everything else that we've talked about today. Not the videos, not a 15-second video of you doing the program and doing the workout. This is how you sell it. This is how you get people into trying it on Beachbody On Demand, trying the sample, whatever it is, because everybody wants to have these results. So that's the best thing that I can say about that, because it is just ridiculous. I mean, it's incredible. Those results are incredible. And there's more. So go into your back office and download them all. I think there's like 20 of them now. So get them.
Yes, pictures speak so much louder than words. So share. Okay, I know you're a businessman, so let's talk business. Tell us about your Facebook group. Tell us about selling this program.
So let's talk about like what's happening right now. So today's Tuesday. I kicked off the Facebook group yesterday. It's on Facebook, obviously, because I just said Facebook group. It's the VIP 10 rounds VIP launch group with Joel Freeman. And it is, what's a little bit different on this group is normally this group is, and Sydney just put it in the chat box, by the way. Thank you, Sydney. This group is normally only open to coaches. So think about like all the groups that you've been a part of, launch groups you've been a part of before, right? It's usually only open to coaches when you're in your exclusive window, and you have to have the program. That's always the prerequisite. Now you don't. It is an auto approval, and it is open for coaches, customers. Anybody who has that link is going to get into this group. So that's really cool. The purpose for this is we wanted to just really open it up and be transparent and give everyone a week of, well, my time, my undivided attention, even though I'm on my social media like all damn day long anyway. This was a really good way though to funnel it all into one group, and I'm in there every single day. I go live every morning at 10 a.m. my time, Pacific time, so it's 1 p.m. on the Eastern side, and talk a little bit about the program every day. Yesterday we talked about those basics. Today we talked, I'm still answering questions as we go, and then I'm doing a post every day that people can post their sweaty selfies and all that stuff, so then I can also see all of the questions too. This is a great opportunity for you guys to get into it, and it's not too late. You can get into it all the way up until Sunday when I'm done. Sunday morning will be my last live. But the purpose of this too, for you as a coach, is to listen to everything that I'm saying and get all of this. The way I see it is between now and April 6th, when I'm assuming your challenge groups start, is to become an expert on this program and talk and have the ability to talk about 10 rounds the way I'm talking about it right now. You don't have to have a decade of experience like I do to talk about the actual program. You have to have the experience to write it, but the program's written. Now you just have it, and you have all the tools at your disposal. You have your B&As, you have all the videos that I made on BOD, that we made on BOD with the getting started, the guide to nutrition, the boxing basics, the free sample workout. And then we have this group as well. So it's a really good opportunity to get people into it. If you have anybody on the fence that is like, I don't know about it, maybe I want to see what's going on, then tell them, hey, join the group and watch it and check out what a cool community this is. I mean, I think we're like 25,000 or something like that in the group right now. So it's doing really well, and there's great engagement. There's been great engagement in the videos as well. So get in it, and it's free for everybody. So everyone likes that big old F word, free.
I love it. And I love the community aspect too, like bringing people in, getting people in touch with the community, getting people even with the free workout with BOD right now, you guys falling absolutely in love with the program, which you will, and then kick off your group on April 6th. awesome. I think it's the best plan ever. Any questions? I haven't really seen much through the chat. So I think we're good unless you guys have any more that you want to put in the chat real fast.
I love how when I do these calls, nobody asks me questions. The minute I get off, my inbox in Instagram is like full of questions. Like, what the hell, guys? This is the time to ask me questions, not on Instagram. I might miss it. So
Anything?
randomly, I have dirt in my hair from working outside.
Okay, well, sounds like we are good to go.
I was that clear that there's no questions whatsoever.
Oh, here's one. What is your favorite place to film?
What is my favorite place? The favorite place that we had, I swear, every city had such a cool, unique vibe to it that it was hard to pick. We obviously were very happy in Miami because it was warm. So that was one of them. Because I mean, look, we were filming in the winter. So when we filmed here in the week one, we filmed in LA, so we're inside, so that wasn't a big deal. But it was chilly outside, so we weren't getting outside very much. And then we filmed in Vegas. Got hit with a cold front the day we got there, and you guys will see it on week 2. We are seriously going to be. You can tell we're bundled up, man, and we tried not to bundle up, but we had to because the wind chill, because we were 55 floors up, so the wind chill was in like the low teens, and the director would be, Brian Thomas, my director, would be like, "Oh, so you want to wear a sleeveless shirt?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want to wear a sleeveless shirt because I can't feel my face right now." So you'll also see that there's gonna be fun things like in week 2, there'll be certain instances when I'm talking where it sounds like I'm slurring, and it's because my face is frozen. Like I literally can't talk because my face was frozen while we were going through it. So everybody's like, "Why is Joel slurring? Is he drunk?" No, he's just frozen. Is basically how that works. So we had a lot of fun on that one, but Miami, we got to thaw out, so we were pretty happy with that. And they have a lot of mojitos and cubanos, so I was happy there.
I mean, that's what definitely matters the most.
We enjoyed the tastes of every city, the flavors of every city, so that was a lot of fun.
Okay, so kind of from every question I'm getting is there any modifications? Is this a beginner's program? That's what mostly.
Yeah, cool. Great question. So no, there is no modifier for this program because we didn't need it. That's one of my favorite things about boxing is in this program. Let's talk about this program, not necessarily boxing, but this program. This program is high intensity, relatively low impact. Remember that high intensity does not always translate to high impact. It doesn't mean the same thing. High intensity, as you guys have seen the sample workout and you've seen the first day one, it is high intensity. You're sweating your face off, but it is not a lot of jumping. The double, if you just did the sample workout, for instance, the double out and in, that's as much jumping as in this program. I don't do tuck jumps. They're hard. I don't like them. So that's it. Obviously, if there's something like that, then in the sample workout, I speak to the modification and I show them to you, but then that's on you to do, as well as setting the cadence in the combinations, the punches. I set the cadence, I set a pace, and I cue to this nonstop in this program. Like, if this is too fast, you slow down. If you want to speed up, speed up. That's the coolest thing about this is it's you versus you. You don't have to keep up with anybody. So we didn't have to have a modifier because of that. In terms of physical limitations, it goes to pregnancies, postpartum, knees, necks, backs, elbows, all those things. You guys, because you're gonna have people like, well, can I do this? And people are like, can I do this pregnant? Sure, you can. But we all know the answer. You can do it pregnant with your doctor's approval to exercise, and then you need to know how to modify as you progress in your trimesters. Obviously, you can't lay down as you progress. Like, these are the things that you want to make sure that you know how to do it. So yes, 100% you can do it based on all those things. If you have a knee issue, then you want to make sure that you're not going to be twisting your knee too much. That's why the rotation is so important. People think that when I say rotation, that means twisting of your knee. No, it doesn't. You twist your knee if you don't lift your heel up and turn your entire body. So that's why it's important on that one. But shoulders, knees, neck, all the joints, everything from your hair down, You just need to know what those limitations are. And if you have a certain limitation, you want to talk to your doc. Shoulder issues, you're punching air. And so you don't have any impact technically in your shoulder. So it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world for it, because it's going to create some stability and power as long as you're rotating and you're not throwing your shoulders around. So that's where it really comes back to making sure you're doing it correctly and actually rotating correctly too, which I believe there's a video about that I mentioned earlier, I think.
Great. Awesome. Seriously, Joel, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for answering all these questions. Everyone else on this call, thank you guys for being here tonight. It was a great call and we really appreciate you.
For sure. Nothing else?
I think we're good to go.
That's it?
Yeah.
What does my shirt say?
You have it? Yeah.
This is my work shirt. It says work hard, stream hard. This is an old bod shirt.
Yes.
So I legit came out of, I kind of forgot I had coach calls because I was up on the roof cleaning out rain gutters. So yeah. I don't sit around every day. I got to get stuff done around this house, man. But thank you guys for everything you do. And listen, this is what we kind of, what was being talked about at the beginning that Ruth mentioned, and the elephant in the room. We all know what's going on in the world right now, and but my thing is I want people to understand is the fact that this is not the norm. What's happening right now in the world is not the norm. I heard that on the news a couple of days ago, and I lost my mind because they were like, how to handle the new norm in society. I'm like, what do you mean? You should have been washing your hands from the get-go. Like, what is happening to people? So this is not the norm. This is not forever. It's, my opinion, I think it's only gonna last a couple more weeks. I think we should just shut everything down, get done with it, get over the curve, and then let's wash our hands and we're gonna be good to go. But talk about the best time ever to launch a new at-home workout program that allows you to punch out some aggression with your kids at home. Like, this is, I don't think it could have been any better, you guys. And Carl said, if you didn't listen to the National Wake Up Call yesterday, you should. Not just because I was on it, but Carl started there and had some great insight to it. And it's and he had a good point. It's like, we're not, we don't want to take advantage. We're not taking advantage of the situation and trying to capitalize on everything that's happening and scare people. But it would be, in my opinion, it'd be very silly to not use this to your advantage and remind people, and just use it as a reminder to people, hey, I'm here. In terms of as being a coach, that's what you should be telling people. I'm here and this is what I got. And this is a great opportunity for a lot of people that used to say, well, I like to work out in a gym. Well, that's not really a possibility right now, is it? So, you can go back to those, those old contact lists. You can talk to them about these things, and just let people know, and create those groups, create those Zoom groups and Facebook groups, and get people into it. And I think utilizing this to your advantage and keeping it positive. That's what I do. And regardless of it, guys, it's still going to be the biggest launch in Beachbody history. I know it's going to happen, and it's going to happen because of you guys, because of everything you do. So thank you so much for doing that, because if it wasn't for all of you peoples, I'd have to get a real job. So I appreciate that. I like this job. This job is fun. So I'm having a good time. So thank you guys. And if you're doing day 3 tomorrow, good for you. Good luck on that one. And make sure you keep tagging me. I love seeing it.
Love it. Awesome. Thank you so much. Exactly what he said. Get on the program, get going, start inviting people, because people need this. And let's start a group April 6th with all your customers. Let's rally the troops and let's make this the biggest launch in Beachbody's history. Yeah.
I love it. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.